Rapterra at King's Dominion is more important than people realize. The new for 2025 Bolliger and Mabillard launched wing coaster is the long-awaited replacement to the much-beloved Volcano the Blast coaster, which closed in 2019. Rapterra is more than a replacement for a fan favorite, though. It is a large investment with wide-sweeping implications for a park with some of the greatest potential in the Six Flags chain. King's Dominion is one of the most underrated amusement parks in the United States, and future investment in the park rests significantly on Rapterra's success in the coming years. This video details why Rapterra at King's Dominion is more important than people may realize. For the longest time, King's Dominion's claim to fame was its unique, Intamin suspended catapult roller coaster, Volcano the Blast coaster. Volcano launched riders to a top speed of 70 miles per hour and up out of the top of a volcano. Volcano was an amazing ride, and both enthusiasts and general parkgoers praised it. And the 1.5 to 2 hour long wait times showed just how popular the ride was. In 2010, Cedar Fair tapped Intamin Amusement Rides, Volcano's original manufacturer, to design and build a large 300-foot giga coaster called Intimidator 305. King's Dominion placed Intimidator on the other side of Flight of Fear and even created a standalone entrance plaza to showcase the massive investment. However, I-305 turned out not to be the large-scale fan favorite that Cedar Fair had anticipated. The ride was simply too intense and went through multiple revisions to its layout to make the ride more palatable for general parkgoers. While Intimidator 305 was supposed to be the shiny new attraction that would attract large attendance numbers to King's Dominion, general parkgoers still considered Volcano the best ride at the park. They also gravitated to the much less intense and capacity machine Dominator, which still attracts crowds even to this day. Even on a busy day, Intimidator 305 did not attract the same attention as Volcano and Dominator did. While a favorite among enthusiasts, I-305 simply did not appeal to general parkgoers nearly as much as Dominator and Volcano did. Not seeing the return on investment that I-305 should have brought, Cedar Fair pivoted to other parks in the chain and poured significant investments into sister parks Kings Island, Carowinds, and even Canada's Wonderland, which all saw large-scale investments every couple years. While Carowinds and Kings Island received significant investments in the form of Fury 325, Banshee, and Mystic Timbers, Kings Dominion did not see a large-scale roller coaster investment until 2018, when the park, capitalizing on the rising popularity of Rocky Mountain construction, debuted Twisted Timbers, an RMC redo of the Hurler roller coaster. After 8 years, Kings Dominion finally received its new large-scale addition. With Twisted Timbers, the park boasted one of the strongest top 3 coaster lineups in the United States during the 2018 season. While a phenomenal ride, Twisted Timbers did not attract the same crowds or attention that Volcano or even Dominator did. During the 2018 season, Dominator and Volcano still remained the fan favorites among a fairly large coaster lineup. At the end of the 2018 season, Volcano closed, never to reopen again. King's Dominion then started demolition and removed Volcano without any announcement. The park had chosen to remove its most popular ride, leaving only Dominator as the go-to roller coaster for general parkgoers. While conversations immediately turned to replacing the iconic ride with a Bolliger and Mabillard wing coaster, Busch Gardens Williamsburg's announcement of Pantheon and events during 2020 sent King's Dominion back to the drawing board. Pantheon turned out to be a resounding success for Busch Gardens Williamsburg, a park that posted 3 large-scale Bolliger and Mabillard roller coasters, which have become fan favorites among parkgoers. Apollo's Chariot, the park's hypercoaster, remains a favorite among parkgoers even to this day. While it still had a great 1-2 punch with I-305 and Twisted Timbers, King's Dominion's strongest draw for guests remained Dominator, an early 2000s Bolliger and Mabillard floorless roller coaster. In 2022, the park opened Toonbilly to fill in the gap after removing the Crypt Flat Ride and to hold guests over until it finally unveiled the Volcano replacement. New plans were leaked in 2023, showing that King's Dominion would actually open a new launched wing coaster in 2025 instead of an off-the-shelf wing coaster from Bolliger and Mabillard. This layout would take up a considerably large portion of the space left by Volcano's removal. Rapterra's debut in 2025 is quite significant. First, it is the first of its kind roller coaster in the mid-Atlantic and on the East Coast. The next closest wing coaster to Virginia is approximately 7 hours away from King's Dominion, making Rapterra truly a unique ride for the area. Second, Rapterra is only the second ever full circuit launched Bolliger and Mabillard wing coaster, as the only other version of this ride type is Thunderbird at Holiday World, which is at least 10 hours away from King's Dominion. Third, Rapterra opened nearly 10 years after Thunderbird, despite widespread acclaim as one of, if not the best wing coasters out there. This gives Rapterra a unique distinction. Lastly, Rapterra gives Kings Dominion another high-thrill roller coaster with widespread appeal for general park goers. Since unveiling the ride model, Bolliger & Mabillard has manufactured 19 wing coasters around the world. This figure is second only to the invert model and one more than the dive and hypercoaster models. Wing coasters are general park goer magnets, and Rapterra is definitely primed to attract significant attention among general park goers. That point brings us to why Rapterra is more important than people realize. While Rapterra is not a make or break ride for Kings Dominion, its success will determine how long Six Flags Corporate waits until, or whether it even wants to add the park's next major attraction to fill in some of those holes around the park. For example, the park just removed Anaconda, which leaves a sizable gap in its skyline. There is also a large plot of land over by Grizzly in the Old Virginia section where the go-karts and Dinosaurs Alive used to be. These two plots of land are quite large and prime real estate for potential large-scale investment. The Dinosaurs Alive plot alone offers the largest blank canvas for a massive out-and-back style roller coaster. And Rapterra is the key determinant for how long general park goers and fans of the park have to wait until they see the next large-scale investment, which will fill in those holes in the park map. If Rapterra takes off as intended, Kings Dominion can position itself among Six Flags' top-performing parks, which will open several doors for significant future investment in the park. This is even more important given the current trajectory of Six Flags Corporate's vision for the park, as Six Flags intends to sell off a significant portion of undeveloped land not considered vital for the long-term investment plan for Kings Dominion, as per the Six Flags 2024 Q4 earnings call. Rapterra's success may also reignite the competition between Kings Dominion and Busch Gardens Williamsburg in terms of coaster and ride investment. Aside from the effects Rapterra will have on Kings Dominion within the Six Flags chain and its long-standing competition with Busch Gardens, Rapterra marks the first large-scale launched wing coaster Bolliger & Mabillard has manufactured in nearly 10 years. And this is significant because it involves a version of a beloved ride model of which there are very few. So will Rapterra's reception lead to more of these large-scale launched wing coasters? Only time will tell. Rapterra could mark the revitalization of significant investment in Kings Dominion over the coming years if it draws in high attendance numbers and becomes a fan favorite among parkgoers. While it cannot fully replace the once iconic Volcano, Rapterra can at least ignite a significant investment strategy for the park that can make it one of the premier parks in the United States. As the anchor of the Jungle Expedition section, which is the gold standard for non-Disney or non-Universal amusement park theming, Rapterra can be the first piece of a larger investment strategy into Kings Dominion, a park with great potential to become one of the best amusement parks in the country. Rapterra's reception among general parkgoers can also cause a cascade effect, which will dictate Kings Dominion's future and whether the park can join the ranks of Six Flags top-tier parks like its sister parks, Carowinds and Kings Island. With the futures of many other Six Flags parks uncertain, some brighter than others, Rapterra could be a game changer for Kings Dominion and is thus much more important for Kings Dominion than people may realize. So, let us know in the comments below if you think Rapterra is just the first piece of a grander vision for Kings Dominion, or if it will be the last major addition for the park for years. If you enjoyed this video or are new to the channel, please like and subscribe for more coaster content like this. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more amusement park content coming soon to Coaster Adventures, and we hope to see you in the next one.